أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية مولى علي بن أبي طالب أمير المؤمنين علي عليه السلام. Today I want to discuss a few verses from the Quran, from Surat Al-Baqarah, and also these similar verses are mentioned throughout the Quran that as Allah has mentioned for us, which I'll read out. Surah 2, Ayah 30 to 33. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And when your Lord said to the angels, I'm going to place on earth a Khalif, they said, what? Wilt thou place in it such as shall make mischief in it and shed blood? And we celebrate thy praise and extol thy holiness. He said, surely I know what you do not know. And he taught Adam all the names, then presented them to the angels. Then he said, tell me the names of those if you are right. They said, glory be to thee, we have no knowledge but that which thou hast taught us. Surely thou art the knowing and the wise. He said, O Adam, inform them of their names. Then when he had informed them of their names, he said, I did not say to you that I surely know what is ghaib in the heavens and the earth, and that I know what you manifest and what you hide. So this is talking about when Adam was created in the higher heavens, and when he was created, Allah taught him the name of his caliphs. Now, he taught Adam from the beginning of time that he will always he would always choose his caliphs and send them to earth to guide the people and to through them show the people their capabilities and all their rights. So throughout time, Allah had always chosen his caliphs, and the names of the caliphs which he was taught and he mentioned are the name of the 12 imams. They are Waliullah. They take the place of Allah on earth. They are who we need to know, especially the Imam of our time, which I mentioned in the previous video, that knowing the Imam of our time is the most important thing for us to do. And it's not simple getting to know someone. It's not just knowing their names. It's not just knowing who their parents are and what their history is. It's getting to know your Imam. And right now, our Imam is Imam Mahdi. Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif. May Allah hasten his reappearance. So, the names of the 12 caliphs, which are the Khalifa of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I will mention for people so they will know. These 12 names were mentioned by the prophets from Adam all the way to Khatam, which is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So these names were written on the guarded tablets of life, and they came down from heaven with Adam, along with the sword of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, the first of the believers, the first of the followers of the Prophet, the master of all the believers, being our leader and our first and foremost example in life, in order for us to get to know the Prophet and Allah. So, obviously, like I said, the first is Ali ibn Abi Talib. Second, Hassan ibn Ali, son of Ali. Hassan. Third, Hussein ibn Ali. Fourth, Ali ibn al-Hussein, Zainul Abidin. Fifth, Muhammad ibn Ali. Sixth, Ja'far ibn Muhammad. Seven, Musa ibn Ja'far. Eighth, Ali ibn Musa Riza. Nine, Muhammad ibn Ali. 10, Ali ibn Muhammad. 11, Hassan ibn Ali. And 12 is Imam Muhammad ibn al-Hassan al-Askari al-Mahdi Ajjalallahu ta'ala farajahu sharif. So, as I mentioned, we have the Hadith Allah, which was shown to the most trustworthy of people throughout time. The prophets were the guardians of these tablets. There are 13 tablets. They are made with heavenly material. They are indestructible in this realm. They are indestructible in this world, and they are written in light. The first of the 13 tablets is the tablet of Fatima. Fatima ibn Muhammad, daughter of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his family. She was gifted this by Allah because she's the mother of the 12 Imams. Now, her tablet is the most precious out of all because it bears the name of all 12 in one tablet. And it bears the most precious jewels in the whole universe. As I mentioned already, the ink of this tablet is nur, it's light itself. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, he had close companions. One of the closest companions to him, he was a scientist, he was a knowledgeable man, he was really a good person. Well, his name is Jabir ibn Abdullah Ansari. As followers, we only have a few ahadith because according to the traditions of hadith, there are certain rules when it comes to taking hadith. There are specific rules which only we follow. So we only have a few handful of hadiths which are from the time of the Prophet. The rest were all ahadith passed down from father to son, and they are from the Imams because they are the trustworthy of Allah. Allah has placed them on earth for us to be able to get to know Him, and He trusts them. So we can definitely trust Him because we can definitely trust Allah, and we can trust all those who Allah appoints Himself. The rest, we can't really trust them because they are not mentioned unless the Imams and the Prophet has specifically told us that we can trust these people. We don't trust them. We don't take just any narration because it could be changed in so many ways. So the hadith of Jabir, hadith Allah, hadith of the tablet is as goes. The Prophet, peace be upon him, saw Jabir ibn Abdullah Ansari one day, and he told him that, Jabir, I'm going to give you something very important. Jabir asked, what should I do? Where should I go? The Prophet said, come to my house later on today, and I will give you something very important. And that means that the Prophet is going to give him a narration that Jabir is going to have to learn and protect this knowledge. So when Jabir entered the house of the Prophet was not there. Hazrat Fatima alayhi salam, she was in the house, and when Jabir entered into the house and saw Hazrat Fatima sitting on the ground, he saw something magnificent in her hands, a tablet, green in color, and this tablet had writing on it which was light. So as soon as his eyes gazed upon this tablet, he was overwhelmed. He sat down and he looked at he stayed quiet, and he watched this tablet, and after a little while, Hazrat Fatima alayhi salam, she asked Jabir, what are you doing here? And Jabir said, your father has told me to come to the house and that he's going to share something very important with me. So, and then Jabir asked, what is that you're holding? So the Prophet's daughter Fatima alayhi salam, she said that this is a gift from Allah. This is the present of my marriage to Ali from Allah, and the Prophet has bestowed this upon me. And Jabir said, can I have a look at it as well? So he looked at it and asked Hazrat Fatima alayhi salam that what is this telling us? She said that these are the 12 children, these are the 12 Khalifas of Allah, which are given, which are my children, and they come from my bloodline and Ali's bloodline. And Jabir said, can I take notes of this? Can I draw the picture of this tablet? And that's when the Prophet entered the house as well, and and Jabir drew this tablet and took down notes of the writing on this tablet, which we have and we follow. This is the second most important hadith of us followers, that we follow and we know the name of the 12 Imams. Now, the other 12 tablets, they are each specific to every single one of the 12 Imams. And these tablets are guarded by the guardians, which are the prophets. So we don't have access to these tablets. Only they reside with the inheritance of the Prophet and prophethood. So they are with Imam Mahdi, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, may Allah hasten his reappearance. When he returns, he can show us all these tablets and all the holy books, all the special relics that that he inherited from the prophets previous and the final messenger and his descendants. So these are very important stuff, and I urge all the brothers and sisters, every human being, to start to take note of the name of these 12 Khalifatullah, and get to know them, especially the Imam of our time. So please don't forget, do not be ignorant, do not ignore the facts that the rest of the sects in Islam, in Christianity and Judaism, they are lying, they are liars. They don't follow the traditions, they don't follow the teaching of their Prophet. So do not listen to all their stuff, because you know that it doesn't make any sense. If you follow from the beginning to the end, you everything has to make sense. But when there is mayhem, when there's confusion, please do not listen to these type of people. We are the only people who are followers, and we follow the traditions, we follow the teaching of our Prophet and the successors of Allah. All the best. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, and share. Hit the bell icon so you can watch the latest videos.